allow all other political actors to continue running while we are grounded. And of course, that is something that we shall not allow as a national unity platform. Having said that, I want to read a letter that we are this afternoon going to deliver to the police. Today, as you know, we were supposed to be in Bugweri district, and we did not because of the violence that was meted out on us yesterday. Those of you who were there saw the kind of violence. Right from Buyikwe, they started beating up our people, arresting others. As I speak, we have some of our comrades still stuck in hospitals and that kind of thing. So we decided that we should come and, first of all, officially protest. Because we wrote to them, they did not write back to us. We've just been hearing what they've been saying in the news. So this is a letter addressed to the Inspector General of Police, dated today, and it's titled Protest Against the Brutality Meted Out on Us by the Police and Military on Wednesday, 22nd May 2024, and the illegal obstruction of our activities. Reference is made to hours dated 10th, in which we informed them about our nationwide membership registration, and further reference is made to our letter on dated 16th, in which we notified the police of our intended public rallies, mobilization meetings, and radio talk shows in the different districts of Uganda. On Wednesday 22nd, which was yesterday, we set off to Kamuli for our first event. Whereas our team was very peaceful, as you all saw, and law-abiding, a combined force of the police and military responded to us with so much violence and brutality. They used tear gas, live bullets, and pepper spray to disperse peaceful citizens who had gathered to receive us, and most importantly, our president. They also used sticks and batons to beat up several people, some of whom are still admitted in different hospitals. A huge roadblock was mounted to prevent us from entering Kamuli district, while our people were being subjected to so much violence. Some of our leaders were brutally arrested for trying to organize a lawful meeting. This letter is therefore to strongly protest against these violent and unlawful actions by the police and military against peaceful citizens who were trying to exercise their freedom of assembly guaranteed under Article 29 of the Constitution. Whereas we wrote to you, meaning the police, about our intended activities, we have received no formal response raising any issue with our meetings. We have, however, had media reports wherein Mr. Fred Enanga claimed that we hadn't notified you about our activities, which was false. He also claimed that there is a standing ban on NUP activities without substantiating the reasons, the extent, and the legality of the claimed ban. It would be illegal and partisan for the police to issue a blanket ban on the activities of the National Unity Platform while other political actors go on with their mobilization activities. As you are aware, meaning the police, various political actors, more so those aligned with the NRM, continue to hold procession, public rallies, and media engagements. Why is NUP specifically targeted and being restricted from mobilizing and organizing? We therefore request the IGP to prevail over the police and other security agencies not to interfere with the rest of our program as communicated to you in the reference letters. If there is any legitimate concerns about our activities, we are ready and available to engage with the police leadership in order to ensure that our activities proceed successfully. Short of that, they will be violating the law, and we shall use everything within our means to take them on. So that is the letter, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe as I conclude, let me say this also, that as NUP, we have constantly told you that we write these letters so that we are on record. Not that sometimes, even when people say, why do you write to be? We want to be on record, and many times you've seen what comes out of being on record. It may not be what you expect, but there are things that come and bite, and sometimes bite in a harder way. But we also believe that eventually there will have to be accountability for all these violations, and it is very important at all times for us to be on the record. So without wasting any time, I want to Uganda very quickly maybe. Olunaku lwajjo omutulabe nga tugenze Kamuli nga tubadde ekigendererwa kyaffe kyakutuuka eri abantu baffe okusingira ddala pulezidenti waffe nga alina okutuuka ku bantu be abeeyo mu bitundu by'eggwanga ebyenjawulo. Puroguramu yaffe twategeeza dda poliisi ng'amateeka bwe galagira. Amateeka gagamba nti bw'oba oyagala kukola olukungaana bwe lutyo tegeezako poliisi, si kukisaba lukusa. Bw'omala kitegeeza bwe balina byeyagala mukwataganeko ebaddamu ne bawandiikira ne bagamba tubadde tulowooza tukozese kuba olina oba tukole bwe kiti oba bwe kiti, naye bwe batekuwandiikidde kiba kitegeeza terina bwegamba nti ffe tuloote ki kye bagenda okukola. Kati gyo mwalabye byonna bye bakoze ne badeployinga ne bakuba abantu baffe amu ne babasiba ne wetwogerera abantu baffe bali eyo. Bamu betukola nabo wano tebali wano naffe. Lwaki? Kubanga baba tutte poliisi ekamuli ne basulayo, era wetwogerera batugamba abamu bali batwala mu kooti. Abamu nno babasanze ne ku restaurants nga banywamu kacaayi. Kakati osanga otyo omuntu ng'anywa kacaayi n'omugyawo n'omutwala. Of course tuwulidde nti bagezaako okufumba ebisangosango nga bwe bazze bakola. Olunaku lwaleero twali badde mu disitulikiti ya Bugweri era abantu be babadde batwetegekedde bulungi nnyo. Mbadde njogerako n'abamu ku makya nga olunaku lwaleero kibakoze bubi nnyo okulaba nga tetugenze, naye tusazeewo tujje tukomewo tusobole okuwandika protest letter oba ebbaluwa ekola ki ey'emulugunya. Njagala ekigambo ekiri stronger than that. Oba ewakanya kwemulugunya si complaining, eyekalakasa ndowooza people power. Era omwekalakasi onegozaako omulaba. Tusazeewo okuwandika ebbaluwa eyekalakasa eri poliisi n'okukitegeeza nti bye bakola tebitambula n'amateeka, kubanga ffe twaba notifyinga ne tubawandikira bulungi nnyo. Ebbaluwa ngibasomedde mu Luzungu, naye omulamu omukulu gweriko ekisooka kwe kubajukiza nti twabawandikira. Ekyokubiri kwe kubategeeza nti jo bwe tubadde tuwandikira IGP nti jo bwe tubadde tutandise activities zaffe bakoze effujjo okuviira ddala Buyikwe ku bridge awo ne bakuba abantu baffe ne bagenda mu maaso kukuba olero nerigenda e Kamuli. Ate bwe tugezaako okuyingira Kamuli ne tusanga nga bataddewo amagye ne poliisi. Mulabye ekibaddeyo obwengula bwonna obw'e Kamuli almost n'ebitundu byonna ebiri awo bubadde bujjudde tear gas n'ebirala. So violence yaki so bataddeko roadblock ne bakuba abantu baffe era ne bakwata n'abantu baffe bangi nnyo abadde tebalina musango. So ne tugamba nti tuwandike n'ebbaluwa ebategeeza nti be bakoze bimenya amateeka. Mwami Enanga gye buvuddeko yavaayo n'agamba nti tetwabategeeza ekyali kituufu era twateeka ebbaluwa gye twabawa. Mpozi ekyokubiri yavaayo n'agamba nti bo bakiteekako envumbo, bateekako bani, tetusobola kukola activities. Kati n'ebbaluwa ebabuuza ti lwaki mugamba nti NUP terina kukola activities so nga mmwe mukkiriza abalala bonna ne beetayanga bwe baagala mu ggwanga. Ndowooza gye buvuddeko mbadde mbalaba aba PLUs baali Masaka, bo of course tebabeera n'abantu be tubeera nabo. Balina okupikinga abantu ne bapangisa zibaasi ne bajja abantu mu bitundu byonna byonna era abamawulire mwabikavalinga nga bamu babanja transport waabwe. Kaakati bwe bakunganyiza eyo bayise ebivulu processions, tetwalaba poliisi bwevaayo. Juzi mulabye ono Lilian Abe ng'alina omukolo ekitugumu, emulaba processions ewadde bayisa n'ebirala. So tubuuza lwaki bwe kituuka ku NUP bwe bekwasa ne batandika kujja ebisongasonga so nga tekiri mu mateeka ekyo kyonna kye bakola. So twagala babuuza kyemutegeeza NUP mugisibyemu emiguwa ne mugamba tegenda kutambula, naye abalala bonna mubaleke batambule. Tetugamba nti bali nabo bawagaane, bali batambule naye naffe batuleke tukole ebyaffe enugu bweba nga gye balina yakuba nti tetubeera n'abantu bangi nnyo tetulina kyabakolera. Sorry. Kati, Madam Deputy President, let me invite you to invite the President. Pozi, nekisembayo mu baluwa eno tubategeezezza nti bweba balina ensonga ey'eggumba gye balina, tuli ready, tuli available, batuyite twogere nabo tubawulirize biki bye bagamba. Baleme okutuula bakole press conferences. Bwaba balina ensonga ng'erimu eggumba ekyo mukiwulire nga eri legitimate yonna yonna, batuyite tutuule naffe twanjule ensonga zaffe. Webale nnyo.
Thank you, the Right Honorable Secretary General. People power, our power, people power, our power, kunga kusaka kunga. Without wasting time, Your Excellency, the de facto and de jure President of the Republic of Uganda, Your Excellency, Ngobi, Obini, and all the other names, and the Right Honorable Secretary General, the Leader of Opposition, Honorable Joel, and all protocol observed in the interest of time, and you, our allies, in terms of taking our voices there, we do not take it for granted. Yesterday was yet another awakening the great role you play as media people. Yes, we are continuing as per our notice, as per our program, because it is very legal, because it is constitutional. The President is going to talk about it. We are here today by choice to civilly, in a civil manner, communicate and address and recommit that we are going to go ahead with our civil and civic duty as a political party. I am humbled and honored to be part of this journey. And I know the day is very soon when our tears are going to drop, not because of the brutality, but because God answered our prayers and our resilience delivered that new Uganda. On that note, and having congratulated the team Busoga, Mwebaleino, we have not reached Kamuli, and we are going to be in Kamuli. Yes. As requested, mine is to reaffirm our commitment. Mine is to reaffirm also my personal commitment to be on this trip, to be on this journey. And also, let us not go back to our closet. I want to call upon all the women of Uganda. You should have been in Busoga yesterday. Women with babies on their backs, running with us. I was propelled out of the comfort of a vehicle to run with these women, to run for Uganda, to run as a statement. We cannot keep silent. We cannot sit down anymore. We have to continue to not only make restless noises, but to act restless in terms of reclaiming our rightful space and reaching out to our people wherever they are. Your Excellency, with that, I would like to take this opportunity to invite you to communicate.
Line.
Please do not think this is an act of cowardice. We retreated. No, we retreated because it is the most civil thing to do. We are a political party that goes back to the drawing board and sits and we communicate. We also listen. Many of you are advising us. We listen. And thank you so much. Your Excellency, please come and give us that word of wisdom and light the fire
Thank you very much, Madam Deputy. People power! Our power! Our power! People power! People power! Our power! People power! NUP! Everywhere! Everywhere! NUP! Iyo iyo! Iyo iyo! Iyo iyo! Iyo iyo! Iyo iyo! Abe busoka we mukurikeyo nambi mwebale yekaluya we mwebale mena mwekaza. People power, our power, NUP everywhere. Thank you very much. Comrades, please take your seats. Thank you, Madam Deputy President, Communist Secretary General, Leader of Opposition, Leader of our Opposition, of our parliamentary team, our National Mobilizer, Comrade Members of Parliament, other leaders. Ladies and gentlemen, I salute you. So much has been said. I just want to add my voice appreciating the people of Busoga, the leaders of Busoga most importantly. Thank you very much. Thank you, the foot soldiers of Busoga, the supporters, the members. We salute you once again. Give them a big round of applause. The leaders headed by Comrade Kaluya, Honorable Mwiru, our deputy spokesperson, all the leaders of Busoga. You did an amazing job yesterday. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to thank the people of Busoga, the masses that showed up, braved tear gas, braved live bullets, braved intimidation to come and show us solidarity. Thank you very much. We don't take it for granted. That is what the regime fears. They fear people. They fear the truth. And every time you come out in large numbers, you confirm to us that what we believe in is not wrong. We salute you. Thank you very much. The people of Kamori, although we were blocked from reaching you, but please know that we saw the solidarity that you were preparing to show us. We salute you. Our leaders who were arrested in Kamori, and I'll talk about that later, but we thank the people of Kamori for always standing on the right side of history, for always refusing to be slaves in their land. We salute you. Thank you very much. I was not able to address you yesterday because we were blocked, we were tear gassed. Many of our comrades were arrested, some were, hurt. I watched with my eyes a baby girl fighting for her life in a taxi, where a police officer came and threw a tear gas canister in a taxi after blocking us. So many cars were parked behind because the road was blocked. No car could turn. They could not rush her in hospital. So I watched a baby fight for her life. But even the people among our teams that were trying to save the baby were being beat by the police. It's so shameless, shameful, but that's the country we're living in. But we salute all of you leaders that we were with in Kamori. My message to the people of Kamori. Number one, I am coming there and I will reach you by all necessary means. But before we come to you, I want you to know that we are not giving up. I want you to know that what you're supporting is legitimate, is moral. I want you to know that God is on your side, the law is on our side, and the people of Uganda are all on our side. Everybody is struggling for freedom, at least in our lifetime. And we shall see that day, God willing. Don't be scared. These people are scared. You saw that we were able, they were trying to block us from reaching Kamori. But we slowed down, which turned out to be an advantage because we were able to interact with almost the whole of Busoga, from Njeru all the way to Bupadengo. Buolero, that's near Bupadengo, isn't it? So to the people of Kamori, don't give up. These people, one, they are scared because they know they are illegitimate. They cannot reason us out. They cannot give any reason, any moral reason for the things they're doing. So they resort to violence. They resort to brutality. They want to provoke us to violence. We are many. We are millions. But we refuse to be reduced to violence because we know violence only begets violence. Don't fear them. They cannot stand us if we choose to stand up. And this is what we always encourage you. They cannot. They have to solicit police officers from different police stations in Busoga so they can be able to contain us. They have to pick tear gas from all police stations in Busoga to ensure that they can contain us. We did not encourage people to take them on, and yet we can. We could, overcome them and go to Busoga, or to go to Kamuli. But we decided to be the moral people that we have always been, and I continue to encourage you to be non-violent, to be moral, but to be firm, and not to accept to be enslaved on your own land. So my message to you continues to be that we are stronger than these immoral people. We are stronger than these rebels. And non-violence ultimately will win violence. So stand firm. To all the people of Uganda, now you know that if you rose, the whole of Uganda police was in Busoga. What if the people of Masaka rose up? What if the people of other parts of Busoga rose up? What if the people in Kampala rose up? So bana abantu betuja tubatira bwerere singa tugera ku machane tumenka fena Kabaka gwamu bugu. Like I said, we shall come to Kamuli and we shall reach Kamuli. And that will not be very far from now. Yesterday, many of our comrades were arrested. In Kamuli alone, more than 20 were arrested. But even before I talk about those, as I speak right now, our brother Bobby Young was arrested yesterday. Apparently, the outfits, the NUP and People Power outfits that we wear are now declared to be military uniforms. As we speak right now, an international award-winning fashion designer called Latif Madoi is in prison because he tailored an outfit for me. I wear the outfit. They are not arresting me because so much media is focused on me. But Latif is in prison and other fashion designers are in prison for making clothes for Ugandans. That is how timid they are. We protest them through music. That's why my music is banned in Uganda. We protest them through fashion. That's why now an international fashion designer that has brought so much pride to Uganda is in prison for tailoring an outfit for me. That is what this regime has reduced itself to. I encourage you to continue morally defying them, morally resisting, because the world is with us, and one day history will write about us. Not just those, I've already mentioned that yesterday more than 20 of our staff members were arrested, including Sarah Mufisa, our administrative secretary, and the deputy head of the women wing, Rama Juma. Together with comrades like Shafi Adams, like Bobby Rush, and many others. I'm told that this morning they're being taken to court, and be sure that yet another, bogus charge is going to be slapped on them. But that is not new with this regime. They one day claimed that they found 2 machine guns in my room. Up to now, I don't know where those so-called machine guns of mine disappeared from. So we will stand firm. We will defy that injustice and we will defeat that injustice, God willing. I will also remind you that just 2 days ago, I went to what is supposed to be the Uganda Human Rights Commission, headed by Ewan Wangadia. In 2018, December, I reported a case to the Uganda Human Rights Commission I petitioned against the illegal blockage of my concerts. I am an artist, a professional artist, and the law in Uganda provides that everybody shall be free to exercise and, benefit from their work. But more than 5 years, I was not given a hearing. For the first time, after more than 5 years, almost 6 years, the so-called Uganda Human Rights Commission gave me a hearing. And I only spoke 2 statements and I was shut up because the head of the Uganda Human Rights Commission does not want to listen to anything apart from the interests of General Museveni. And because we didn't have any option, we withdrew our petition from the so-called Uganda Human Rights Commission. But I want to inform you today that that was not the end. That we went there not because we expected any positive results. We already know that all institutions of government have been captured by the regime. Every institution is serving General Museveni. We've told you before that when you're fighting against General Museveni, you're fighting against UPDF, you're fighting against the National Police, you're fighting against Bank of Uganda, and you're fighting against every other institution of state, including the Uganda Human Rights Commission. So I'm here to inform you that we are going to escalate this matter. Wangadia is not the end. We are going to petition all international human rights bodies, and we are going to seek many other remedies, including sanctions on Madam Wangadia, because she's supposed to be the chairperson of the Uganda Human Rights Commission, fighting for human rights for Ugandans, but she's the #1 violator of human rights. When the families of the people that were abducted and still missing by the military, she claimed that these people are non-existent. Even when the Prime Minister of this regime came out and owned that she indeed knows where John Bosco Chibalama is, she saw him. Wangadia came out and said Chibalama is a ghost. So Wangadia is also a target for sanctions over violating human rights. Now, coming back to our tour. Yes, so many of our people were hurt. So many of our people were arrested. Bullets were flying everywhere, even when we were non-violent. We encourage our people to be non-violent, and that is going to be our way until we win. However, I'm here to also add a voice on what our Secretary General has mentioned. Yes, we've written a protest letter, not because we expect the police to be any moral. We wanted to go on record, and just after this press conference, our senior leaders are going to deliver that letter to the Inspector General of Police, to his office. And we hope that will shake them to sobriety. But even if they don't, we want to go on record, because we know that anybody that breaks the law will be personally liable. We want to go on record so that the law can go after all those people in their individual capacity. You know what happened to Kaihura, you know what happened to Kandiho, you know what happened to all these other people, but we want sanctions on every other human rights violator, to every other person in office that abuses their office. And we shall get that, inshallah. So, because they blocked us from reaching Kamori, our nationwide tour has not yet started. We did not go to Bugwedi today because we had to come here and make it clear to the nation, and also engage the police, although we know it serves the dictator. So I hereby announce that tomorrow we are resuming our nationwide tour. Tomorrow we are going to Palisa. We are not breaking any law. We are not doing anything wrong. We are a legitimate political party. We are not committing any crime. While all other political parties are going about their business, we are being blocked. We know the regime fears us, but they don't have to embarrass themselves showing fear. There could be a few people in Uganda who still support the regime. Don't show them that you're so scared of us. So we are going about our work. Like I said, we're not committing any crime. everybody else is going on, every other political parties and other political actors are going about their business unhindered. Why are they blocking us? Even those that are doing illegal gatherings, for example, Museveni's son is a serving military officer who is barred by the law, he's forbidden by the law in engaging in partisan politics. But he goes around politicking and nobody touches him. But the police and the military are all deployed to stop us. We are going to go about our work. You have two options. Either to leave us, either to respect the law and leave us go about our work, or engage in your criminality and go on record, because you know that Uganda is not isolated from the rest of the world. The law will come for you. If the Ugandan law cannot get you, the international law will get you. If Ugandan institutions cannot get you, international institutions will get you. As for us, we shall continue doing what we're doing within the law, and we shall wait for you to put yourself in target for answering, because we know one day you'll have to answer internationally. Mu Luganda, njagala okwebaza mwenna abaganda bange, njagala okwebaza abakulembeze b'Ebusoga olw'omulimu gw'ettendeke mwakoze, njagala okwebaza bafoot soldiers b'Ebusoga olwa mobilization gye mwakoze n'okutukuuma. Njagala okwebaza abantu b'Ebusoga olw'okuvaayo ne mweyiwa ku makubo. Abantu batambudde okuviira ddala enjeru nga tetunaba na kusala Nile, ne bagumira tiagas, ne bagumira emiggo, ne bagumira amasasi agabadde gesooza nga baagala okutulaga obumu. Mwebale nnyo, mwebaliye ddala bannange. Njagala n'okwebaza abantu b'Ekamuli, kuba Ekamuli ate y'emiggo gyatandise mangu ne tiagas yatandise mangu. Naye ne mubeerawo ne mutulinda, kyanaku tetwasobodde batuukako, naye tujja batuukako mu ngeri yonna essaawa yonna. Meseji yange y'abantu b'Ekamuli, njagala okubajjukiza bannange, si mwe b'Ekamuli mwekka naye okwetooloola Uganda yonna. Mwalabye nti twasobodde okutambula nga tutambulira ku sipiidi 2 okuviira ddala enjeru ne tusala bridge ne tugira ddala paka ebuwoolera kumpi ne Bupadengo. Lwaki? Kubanga bano abasajja tebamalaako bwe muba muli bangi. Babadde balina okusolooza tiagasi mu Busoga yonna, babadde balina okusolooza abasirikale mu Busoga yonna, ate nabo nga babadde tebajja kumalako naffe kubanga twabadde mitwalo na mitwalo. Twasazeewo obutalwanagana nabo, twasazeewo obutasikangana nabo, ne tukyuka ne tudda e Kampala olw'ensonga zino wammanga. Okusookera ddala twabadde twagala kujja kwogerako n'eggwanga, twabadde twagala kujja okugenda ku record okuwandikira poliisi nga twemulugunya nga twekalakasa tubalage ekyamu bye bali mukola, so that tugenda on record. Bino ebintu bye tukola tetubikola kubanga twagala bano abantu bakyuse empisa. Nedda, tumanyi nabo balagirwa bulagirwa kubanga Uganda efugibwa family emu. Museveni bw'aba atya NUP ne People Power ajja kubalagira bakole buli kyabusibu kye bakola. Ne twagala tugende ku record kubanga tumanyi ekiseera kigenda kutuuka ezo ebbaluwa zonna ziveeyo. Tumanyi ekiseera kigenda kutuuka buli akoze ekikolobero ye ng'omuntu anoonyezebwe. Tukola tugenda ku record. Tuli basanyufu nnyo era Katonda yatuyamba nnyo. The generation yaffe is a modern generation. Everything is on record. Everything is on live. Everything is on camera. So none of those human rights violators will run away. Because nabadde njogera Luganda. So njagala bebaza abantu b'Ekamuli. Njagala mumanye nti mmwe nga bwe mwabadde abantu b'Ebusoga ate kyetaaga poliisi yonna kuvaayo eyo. Abaffe singa ekyabadde Busoga kibeere Busia, ne kibeera mu Northern Uganda, ne kibeera Bugisu, ne kibeera Buganda, ne kibeera buli wamu, Kabaka weddemu. Bino bye tukola twagala bibalage baganda bange nti nammwe bwe munaayimuka buli wamu bano tuba tugenda Bagala. So tuba tugenda stretchinga mu Luganda ekigambo kya stretching. Tuba tugenda baleeguula mu nsonyi Oluganda. Baire nendako balusoga n'atala mu Luganda. Bano tuba tugenda baleeguula. So nenda tubaleeguule bana. Nenda tuba stretching. Mulusoka kuba kugala. Nenda tubagale bana. Abaganda baire ntegeza kubagala. Kubagala. Kile bana. byonna birala. So tukisobolera ddala, we can stretch this regime. All oppressed people have only liberated themselves by rising at the same time. They cannot come and suppress the people in Busoga at the same time in Buganda, at the same time in Ankole. We need to pick from this that we are doing. So bwe mulabanga kikutte Busoga, mwabe Buganda temutulinanga bagamba. Mwabe Ankole temutulinanga bagamba. But for now, njagala nnyo okubebaza. Mbadde ngamba nti nalabye omwana omuto ng'alwana okuwona. Simanyi oba bebi oyo yawonye kubanga omusirikale yazze n'asula tiyagasi mu taxi. Ate ng'emmotoka zeesibye emabega, ekkubo baliggadde, tebalina bwe bataasibwa. Katonda akkirize omwana oyo abe nga yawonye. Naye era bangi nnyo abafudde bwe batyo, balabye bakuba tiyagasi, bamukuba mu nnyumba z'abantu, bamukuba mu bakadde. Eyo enkola ya Museveni, basebo ne bannyabo. Bakutte abantu baffe bangi, naye nga sinayogera nakube bakutte wano wendi. Wano wetwogerera banaffe bangi bali mu kkomera. Mwalabye design akiikidde Uganda ku platform nyingi nnyo okwetooloola ensi yonna. Bamukutte ne bamusiba kubanga yantungira ekyambalo. Nze ayambala ekyambalo kye nabaddemu n'ekyo kye nabaddemu. Naye bamukutte nga bagamba yatungidde Kyagulanyi ekyambalo. So bwe buwumba tuutu oba regimu eno bwetuuseeko basebo ne bannyabo. Tolalo mbaire ennumi ya Lusooka te. Ekyo kya Lusooka. Nze neeyogerera Lusooka lwange mumpe. Sisobola kuba wano nga sibajjukiza gye bannange mujjukira nti emyaka egisukka mu 5 egiyise twatwala okwemulugunya kwaffe mu kakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu kati akakulirwa omukyala gwe bayita Wangadde. Naye nga bwe mumulabye ng'abantu babawamba ye n'agamba abo tebaliyo, nga famire ya Kibalama n'abalala bagenda ne batwalayo ne ID ne national ID z'abantu baba bawambibwa ne bagamba nti Kiwanda gyaba abantu tebaliyo. Ne Nabanja Prime Minister Museveni nga yavaayo n'agamba nti Kibalama kituufu bamuyina. Ye Wangadde yagamba Kibalama si muntu muzimu. Kakati omuntu w'obwongo obwo n'endowooza eyo yakulira akakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu. Simanyi oba ayina abaana, simanyi oba maama, naye oyo yakulira akakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu. Akakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu oba zino tribunals zo zirina n'okukola faster than the courts of law. Tribunals like the Uganda Human Rights Commission are supposed to solve human rights violations faster than courts of law. But you will notice that more than 5 years since I petitioned the Uganda Human Rights Commission, they had never given me a hearing. And when they gave me a hearing, I went there, I did not even speak 2 sentences, and she shut me up because she's not willing to listen to anything other than what she wants. Yeah. Bamala emyaka 5 nga tebampadde mukisa kujja kutanya nsonga yange mu kakiiko ako. Nene bwe bampisa oluvannyuma lw'emyaka egigenda mu 6 saayogedde statement ziwera 2 n'abadde ntandika okwogera n'ansirisa kuba yayagala kuwulira byayagala. N'olw'ensonga eyo omusango gwaffe twaguggyeyo kubanga akakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu mu Uganda tekakuuma ddembe ly'abantu wabula kalinyirira ddembe ly'abantu. Naye nyina essanyu bategeeza nti teryakumye ku Wangadde. Waliwo platform nyingi nnyo okwetooloola ensi ezirwanyira eddembe ly'obuntu. Munajjukira nti Wangadde abaamugobako mu kakiiko k'ensi yonna akaddembe ly'obuntu olw'ebikolebwa mu Uganda. Kati njagala bategeeza nti Wangadde yennyini tugenda mutwala mu bukiiko obw'eddembe ly'obuntu obwetoolodde ensi yonna kuba yakulembera abatyobola eddembe ly'obuntu. Era omukyalo oyo naye nga bwe mulaba Anita Amongo bwe twamututte mu platforms eziri international n'asibwako nati twagala ne Wangadde ategebweko sanctions kuba yasinga okulinyirira eddembe ly'obuntu. Yenyigidde mu kutulugunya abantu kubanga bw'oba gwe ofiisi yo yevunaanyizibwa ku ddembe ly'abantu ate nga gw'obikkirira abatulugunya abantu, naawe Wangadde otulugunya abantu. Madamu Wangadde, you're one of the human rights violators and we're taking you to international platforms. We want sanctions against you. Kino saagadde kimuteeka. Wangadde akankikutere mu Luganda, naawe gw'omu kubanyigiriza kubalinyira eddembe ly'obuntu, era naawe twagala oteekebweko natti nga bakama abo ate tumanye ekyo kijja kutuukira. Kati nga nzeeyo kutuwa yaffe Bwewawo bannaffe bangi nnyo bakwatibwa nga mwe muli ne administrative secretary waffe madamu Sara Mukisa, mwe muli amyuka akulira abakyala mu NUP Comrade Majuma, mwe muli baganda baffe nga Bobby Rush nga Bashafi Adams n'abalala. Toto y'abantu 20 abakwatiddwa. Tegezebwa nti ku makya baganye okubawa bondi era babasindise mu kooti. Kati kyonna kimusobola okukola mujja kikola, naye tujja kuba free, tujja bagoba, tujja kufuna eddembe lyaffe, tujja kweyagalira musi yaffe, ate mujja bisafulira byonna bimukoze. Baagulunga mbategeeza yes, olunaku lwaleero twabadde tulina kubeera bubweri tetwagenzeeyo kuba twabadde tulina okukomawo tuwandike ebbaluwa eyo tugende ku record twogere n'eggwanga bamanye kye tuliko. Olunaku lw'enkya tukeera kuzambala tugenda Parisa. Nationwide tour yaffe egendagenda maaso. Tetulina musango gwe tukola, tetulina tteeka lye tumenya, tetulina kintu kye twonoona. Buli kimu tukikolera mu mateeka kubanga tuli kibiina ekiwandiise mu mateeka. Ekironde ffe tulina n'okuba nga tukulembera eggwanga lino. Museveni is an illegitimate president. He is not the president of Uganda. He is a bandit that took over our country 38 years ago, and every 5 years he organizes sham elections. But even in the 2021 sham elections, we defeated him. So he's illegitimate. However, we are being non-violent and we're doing everything within the law because we know we are on the right side of history, we are on the right side of the law. So we are going to Parisa tomorrow. Thank you very much and God bless you.
Questions? Ngule tuliyambale ngule olutalo nga luwedde tuliyambale ngule tulivimba mu Uganda empya. People power, our power, mwetyamire olusogologere bukalamu tusabira lwongere okukala ku lulimi tube nga tukuwulizanga buli kalire bisuka bino bisukira ddala baba. You have had, I will now take questions straight away because we are behind the schedule. We will take 3 questions. Any question? You have elaborated very well. Okay. I will have my brother from NTV, and then I saw someone behind, but you're the same company, Spark and NTV. Okay, let me have you have the question.
Ekibuuzo kya Omubanda tukizeemu bulungi mu Buganda. Badde njagala okutegeera mwenga balimi kumwogera ki ku nsonga ya Omubanda. Poliisi eddene egamba nti bamukulira ebyambalo ebyekanze ebyamagye era kati ali mu mikono gya jjaaji. Njagala ekibiina ayebwentulo process okaba nga mujjayo kubanga ekiddako bayinza banga mutwala mu kkooti y'amagye.
Second question. Second question, they are over. Any other question? No questions. The question was about Bobby Young, and I will ask the President to come and give us a reply to that, because still it goes as far as the other outfit. So, Mr. President, you have spoken so audibly well that the journalists have no question or clarity to desire.
Thank you very much, Comrade White. The question of Bobby Young. Police came out and said they found him with clothes resembling military attire. All of you know that in 2021, so many of our comrades were arrested. Many of them are still in prison. They were presented to a military court, and their crime was wearing this beret. According to Uganda police, and Uganda People's Defense Forces, this is a military uniform. This is a military uniform. Anybody put this? Come here. According to Uganda Police, this is a military uniform. And many of our colleagues are in prison for dressing like that. According to them, this is a military hat. And hundreds of our supporters are in prison for wearing this. Actually, many were just picked off the streets, taken to the military detention. They have berets that they've confiscated from us. They took their picture and they charged them in the military court for wearing military uniform. Now, you've just told us that police yesterday said that having found Bobby Young with berets like the one I'm wearing now before you, and suits like the one I'm wearing, only that his were red. He was arrested and now he's detained at JAT. JAT in full is Joint Anti-Terrorism. That is where he's detained for dressing, for having such attire. I am wearing that attire now in full view of cameras, and we wear it. They've not arrested me because they know that they are wrong. They are using that to intimidate our people. Like I told you, music is so powerful, that is why they banned my music. That is why our comrade Marinos was arrested and raped by the military as a punishment for playing my music loud. Fashion is a way of protest. We dress the way we dress because we don't fight with guns, but we beat them by dressing this way and showing that. And before long, we'll even go to discover a new walking style. Those are our new useful ways of protesting. So the regime is trying as much as possible to fight any kind of non-violent protest. These are some of our ways of non-violent protest. So the arrest of Bobby Young is not only stupid, but it's illegal. And it puts the regime to shame. But again, putting him in joint anti-terrorism detention exposes them even further. We know before long they're going to charge him in the military court, like they charged most of our supporters. Remember that terrorists, rebels that are caught with guns, that have killed people, are not presented in a military court. They are not taken to the court martial. They are taken to an ordinary court, to a magistrate court. But our supporters and our members are taken to the military court. Why? Because they want to plant fear in us. They want to make it abominable for anybody to associate with us. But we say they are joking. We will not stop. I encourage all of you to dress in red, to put on red overalls, to put on the way I'm putting on, because it is not against the law. We have challenged them to produce evidence and convict us for wearing the way we're wearing. But because they know they cannot convict us, they know it is not illegal to dress the way we are dressing. We know the law. And we know the difference between military uniforms and our attires. But they use it for politics. Like I said, all institutions have been captured, including the military and police. That's why they behave that way. We stand with Bobby Young. We pray for him, and we continue to demand for his unconditional release, because he's not a criminal. It is Museveni and his regime that are criminals. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I must also add that many people put on military uniforms, and you see them. You see them. You've seen many of NRM MPs wearing full military uniforms with tips. You've seen artists dressed in military uniforms. But for us, it's a different story, because we are so feared by the regime. Konsonga ya Bobby Young, mwina mujukira jimukalulu kabiri abiri mungumu bakwata abantu baffe bangi nnyo ne babatulugunya ne babasiba nga n'abalala bakyali mu kkomera. Tebabatwala mu kkooti y'abantu ba bulijjo, babatwala mu kkooti y'amagye kubanga babasanga n'enkofiira eringa eyange, babasanga nga bambadde engoye ziringa ezange. Era Bobi Wine bamukutte lwa nkofiira eno n'engoye zifaanana ng'ezange lwakubanga ezize zabadde mmyufu, ne bagamba bamusanze n'engoye z'amagye. Naye nga mumanyi bulungi nti waliwo abantu abambala engoye z'amagye zennyini ne kubanga bakolera ligimu eno bo tebabakwatako. Mubalabye Balirya n'abeeba Andrew Mwenda ne ba artist bangi bambala engoye z'amagye ne babalika. Naye ffe bajja ne bakwata abantu baffe ne babasiba kubanga bagamba nti bambadde engoye ezifaanana ez'amagye. So okusinziira ku poliisi ya Uganda, ono bwe bamusanga balaba w'amagye. Yes, tuli b'amagye naye amagye gaffe si gaabatemu ng'agaba Museveni. Fagaffe gali non-violent. Naye engeri gye ttambula tubayita n'aba foot soldiers. Before long ogwo nagwo gujja kufuuka musango. So ensonga gye bakwatidde Bobi Wine teri mu mateeka n'omulundi n'ogumu. Bagezaako bateekamu fear, bagezaako bateekamu kutya, bakifuule kikolobero ky'amaanyi, bakifuule kintu kya bulabe nnyo 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 okwesembereza NUP. Naye tubagamba mulimba. Tugenda mu maaso n'okuwagira Bobi Wine kubanga talina musango gwe yazizza. Nammwe mwenna okwambala obulongo eyaffe ogwo si musango. Temuliza bano gavumenti ya Museveni n'abo beesasula abeekweka mu ffe abajja ne bavumirira obulo zaffe kubanga bazitya. Mwongere okwambala bwe butyo, ffe twekalakaasa mu sitayiro za njawulo. Twekalakasa nga tuyita mu nnyimba, tubola ennyimba zaffe baziwera. Twekalakasa nga tuyita mu nnyambala, tubola n'ennyambala zaffe baziwera. Bajja na kutuuka okwagala okukyusa engeri gye tutambula oba engeri gye tusalamu enviri zaffe. Mwalaba bulungi nnyo omu ku baali bakansala baffe e Masaka ng'ayambala nga Bobi Wine nga yennyini bwe yeyambala, n'agenda n'ayimirira mu maaso ga dictator Museveni. Bamukola ki? Bamukwata. Mulaba nti uniform zaffe zennyini ze batubbako oba ze batuwambako wanekamoca ne ze bawamba ku bantu baffe abakola naffe, zennyini ze bawa abantu ne baba planting ngawo ne bagamba ffe tuli ba NUP naye tuwangira Museveni. Abo babeera baffe naye nga babambaza uniform zaffe. Naye ne kansala gwe baagula e Masaka yeyambala full attire eya people power n'agenda n'ayimirira amaaso ga Museveni. Abaffe awo mwali muziri amaaso, awo mwali temulaba. So ebyo bavuna Bobi Wine byonna njagala okubeera polite naye ekigambo ekituufu nandigambye bya kisiru. Era talina musango, era tuyimiridde naye, era tujagenda maaso nga twambala engoye zaffe kubanga tetumenya mateeka. Mwebale nnyo, mwebaliridda. People power, our power. When the struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. When the struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown. In the new Uganda, people power, our power, NUP, Kibumba Benini. Balakwire Luganda Lusoga. Balakwire Lusoga. Yali Jani Ngobi. Thank you very much for the afternoon. God bless you.
Kale, banaye tubasiibulidde awo.